Good morning. I'm turning off my phone so it doesn't beep at us. So, we're only on YouTube today because Facebook has decided I'm enemy number one. So hopefully somebody will join us. We'll see. Let me see if it's actually going through to YouTube. That would be nice. Ridiculous. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? So I literally think I'm going live nowhere. Oh, no, there I am. All right, good. Whew. That's good, because I might have cried a little. But nobody's here. Oh, wait, no, nobody's here yet. Is anybody coming? Come to YouTube. Let me tell the ladies to post on Facebook. All right, I tried to give them a little smiley face. So, nobody's here, so I'm talking to myself. Hello, how are you doing? I got put in, oh, hello, good morning, one person found me on YouTube. That's funny though, it tells me that nobody's watching, but one person commented. That's interesting. I don't know how this works. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I got put in Facebook jail, and I don't know why. They said something about community standards and me breaking them. I'm still at a loss because I have done nothing. All we can think is that I sent a link to a testing group to somebody who was going to join my testing group, and they did join it, and so I guess Facebook doesn't like it when you send, good morning everybody, when you send links to people you don't know. That's one thought. Another thought is we're using a scheduling software to help me get posts onto Instagram and Twitter, and we can also post to the Facebook group, and maybe it was just like too much at once. But I went through all the security questions, I changed my password, I said yes, this was all me, and then I tried to post something and it said, sorry about your luck, you're done. So until 8 p.m. tonight, I cannot post on Facebook, I can't comment, I can't even like GIFs or like anything, which I'm doing some deep breathing and maybe some yoga later because holy crow, it's insanity. Trying to run a pattern test while you're in Facebook jail puts a lot of pressure on your coworkers. It's awful. It's unbelievable. Oh, Sequoia was too. So maybe Sequoia and I should bond because this never happened to me, and I don't really understand what's going on, and I'm really frustrated by it, and I don't want it to happen again. But honestly, this has also fueled some of my fire to get away from Facebook. I don't think that I'm going to turn off my microphone here so you can't hear the beeping. I don't think that we can ultimately move entirely away from Facebook, but we do want to branch out so we're not as heavily dependent. I love it for the community efforts. I do not love it for a lot of other reasons. It makes testing a breeze, typically, but I just want to diversify. And I know there's some other companies that have, good morning, that have, some social network opportunities in them. I don't know. I don't know where we're going to go with this. We'll probably stick with Facebook because it's easy and we're all here. But I see, and I have a huge group. So, and the best part, I actually tried to report that I thought I was in Facebook jail for the wrong reasons, and then my report didn't even go through. All right, moving right along. I've given Facebook enough of my energy. Because I feel like you guys are my friends, and I haven't talked about this recently, I like to read a lot. I've said that in the past, and I like telling you what I'm reading. It's not necessarily they're not sewing related at all, but they're really good books. And I love a YouTube party. In fact, I would love to just be on YouTube for the rest of the time because YouTube will actually send you a reminder, and it's much more, like I can actually comment over here at the same time. I don't have to be on Facebook. And I think it helps us diversify away from Facebook. And I can always repost into Facebook. Oh, hey Laura, since I can't comment, can you pick winners from last week for the $10 gift card on the YouTube post for last week's Tipsy Tuesday and the Facebook post. We'll pick one from each. And then we'll do it again this week. So this week, who are we on to? I can't remember. How about we'll pick Tasha this week? We'll tell Tasha why we think she's so awesome. Tasha is currently working on a men's and kids Henley. And yeah, she's awesome. She's been an unbelievable addition to the team. She was kind of an admin for a few fabric companies, or like a sewist for a few fabric companies, and started sewing and posting in our group, and she got pretty active, and then I just and it's been interesting to me because we can do or the Dawn Henley. I'm just saying. I like people who are not yes men. I mean, I like yes men because they make me feel good about myself. But it's oh, that's funny. Well, Chrissy, you're showing up as 5 out of 4 patterns. I'm talking to myself. Anyway, I like it when people I reeled me in her charm, something like that. But anyways, Tasha also tells me what's what. She doesn't just say, "Oh, you're the best." She's like, "For the love of God, woman, you actually have to communicate with me if I'm going to work for you." So it's a growth opportunity for both of us, I think. And she has really pushed me to actually know how to be a manager. As this history major, there's that. So everybody, for a chance to win a $10 gift card, tell me how awesome Tasha is. She is on her 6th pattern. I think I mess this up every time, Tasha. I can't count. But yeah, she's getting into a groove. She's bringing her A game to 5 out of 4 patterns, and we are thrilled to have her with us. So again, $10 gift card. Tell Tasha in the comments how awesome she is. Because we love her. Yeah. All right, moving right along. So I was telling you about the books I've been reading. I read The Alice Network, and then I read The Huntress, both by Kate Quinn, I think. I think her name was Kate Quinn. Okay, both of those were amazing books. They're like World War II female spy network-esque. Well, The Huntress isn't really, but it's still World War II historical fiction. I enjoyed both of them. That's all I'm going to say. And I actually did the audiobooks because all I do is drive. Especially during the summer when I'm driving kids back and forth to summer camp. And the reader was the same for both of those. So that was awesome. And now I've moved on to this book called The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. So this is a movie that Netflix did, and that's how I found it, because with a name like that, one of my kids is awake. How can you avoid it? It's such a random name. But it also had the girl from Cinderella in it. I don't know her name. She was on Downton Abbey too. Anyway, moving right along. I'm not talking about 5 out of 4. I'm just talking about, we're having tea. Yes, that movie's amazing. That's what I should have said. The movie was amazing, and so I thought that I would read the book. The book is different because it's the book versus the movie, right? But it's still lovely. It is lovely. It's written as a series of letters back and forth, and I'm listening to it, and I already know that I'm going to end up reading it as well, just to kind of get more, if you like that genre, that sort of Downton Abbey. Well, it's past Downton Abbey, but just different. Oh, Chrissy, you totally have to see the movie. It's on Netflix. It is it's awesome. Anyway, moving right along. So I've already told you I'm in Facebook jail, and Facebook is bugging me. So it's time for back to school. My kids start school next Monday and next Tuesday. And I have been checking through the back to school patterns, but we also want to, what's the name of it? The name of it, Karen, is the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. So look, I'm going to Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. This is why I love YouTube. I can respond as 5 out of 4, funny enough. But anyway. Oh, as YouTube 5 out of 4. There you go. Yeah, I love it. It was a good book. Okay, so I've been checking through the patterns. I'm slowly getting where I want. It's not a fast process, obviously, because I can't test that many patterns at one time, but whatever. But we did the kids' Rachel pants, and actually now I've kind of swooped in and I had a whole like plan for my back to school kids patterns. I had a theme going, and Rachel, Rochelle came out with a fitted and everyday tank for women, and it was for women, so she didn't use my theme that I was going with for kids. And I won't tell you what my theme is because later on I want somebody to guess it. And so I had to like just keep those names for the kids versions. So right now I have in testing the kids Mandy fitted tank and the kids Sara everyday tank and dress. These do not fit with my theme names, but whatever. We're happy that they're here. I had to swoop those in because one of the next patterns I have up are the kids Lola pants, which is, again, it's the paper bag style at the top where it's gathered with elastic, and then kind of a wide leg. And they can be used for wovens or knits. I'll be honest, I have this quest to do more wovens. They both frighten me and push me to keep growing, so I don't wear a lot of wovens. My kids, I have one in particular which really surprised me because she has a lot of sensory, like as a kid she only wanted knit and she only wanted like no waistbands. So I would say she has sensory issues, but now she kind of leaned more towards woven clothing in the stores and stuff. It's interesting. But she doesn't like to iron. We bought a couple of shirts and like we washed them and we pulled them on. She's like, what happened to them? And I'm like, oh honey, yeah, here's the iron. Here's what you do. Definitely a learning opportunity. So like I was saying, I have the kids Mandy and Sara. These are not going to be big sellers, but I wanted that fitted silhouette of the kids Mandy to go with the kids Lola because it's both the tweens and teens like their fitted shirts now. And it looks good with the loose fit pants. As for Sara, that's a style that I kind of live in, that everyday tank and dress. And so that's going to be really popular. My 12-year-old actually requested a dress. She does not wear a ton of dresses, but she likes that, that everyday look sort of thing. So be on the lookout. Those will release next Tuesday. I'd also like to draw attention to the sewing school episode that Laura did where she talked about how to measure kids, and the blog post had a printable. In the show notes, I'll make sure here on YouTube, because I can't post on Facebook, to link to the blog post so that you can get your free PDF downloadable. But it just goes through not how to get kids to stand still necessarily, but where to measure for each thing, and it talks a little bit about fitting. One thing that has come up in Mandy and Sara, and also came up, I wonder if I have it over here. I always do this. Hold on just a second. Okay, so one thing that's come up in Mandy and Sara is the need for, if you have a tall and skinny kid, then you can't just add length through the waist. And this also goes for me. I'm tall and skinny. I'm not a kid, but I'm built like one. And so one thing that happens is a lot of people just add length to the waist or to the hem, and it digs into their underarms, right? We've talked about this here before. And so for my 10-year-old, almost 11-year-old, next Monday, what I ended up doing, and this is, I bought these cute little clips at Office Depot, and there's like lemons, and this one has popsicles. They bring me joy. They also bring my kids joy, so I'm sure that they'll disappear quickly. So this is the back. All right, I'm going to show you the front. So let's see. So you can see where I used the 10 for the, whoa, this is funny, the neckline and the arm. So it's the height of the 10 and the underarm. But then here, I cut it off at the 8. That's why I printed out the 8. And then for the hips and waist, I just used the 8 all the way down, but then I used the length of the 12. Now, this is not an adjustment you're going to get just out of the package on the first go. I've been sewing for my kids a lot. I've been screwing up a lot of clothing this summer for my 10 and 12-year-old both. And so this is something that sort of came out of growth, honestly, and messing up because that's the best time to learn. Her waist is technically in a size 7. This is the Mandy, so this is the fitted tank. And I don't like skin tight things on my kids. That's just a personal preference. She would probably be fine if it were a little tighter, but I'm her mom. Whatever. To each their own. Here on this is the front of the Sara tank that I did. So again, I used the 10 neckline and the 10 arm side, but I cut it off at the 8 for the chest. And then here you can see where I even came in to almost the 7 for waist, and hips are 7 and length is 12. So you can see it. I wrote it right there. Shoulders 10, chest 8. Wow. Waist 7, hip 7, length 12. Yeah. Now, she is tall. Her measurements, again, those are her measurements. Her chest is an 8, her waist is a 7, her hips are a 7. Her height is actually in between a 10 and a 12. And what we keep finding in the testing group is people want to just do the length of a 12, but keep the underarms at an 8 because of the chest. Well, a lot of times kids, they either have muscle like her because she's a gymnast, right? Or they, they need the room. So we get a lot of people whose kids are like maybe 3 years old, but they have the chest size of a 12 to 18 month. And babies are all over the place, right? And so you have to add that higher length for the arm side. I even do it for t-shirts for her because she's more built than me, but like me, to where she has broad shoulders. So anyway, I want to talk about that really quickly. Moving around, more about back to school. One thing that I've been working on that hopefully I can get here in the background. I brought this up yesterday to my fearless coworkers, and I think we're going to go for it. It's I'm going to write a blog post and show you how to use these cutouts in your cutting machine in order to make drawer organizers. So I kind of lost my mind on the kids yesterday because we didn't have power for 16 hours and I hadn't slept, quite honestly. But our house is just, it's a disaster. And I am not a good housekeeper. I'll be perfectly honest about this. And I want to work. So we have to all, and we have like a ton of kids, and so we have to all work together in order to make this a slightly cleaner home. And so one thing that I was thinking about was putting those, I'm going to make little stickers out of vinyl, put them on the twins' drawers so that they can put their own clothes away. I might even do it for my son. I'm going to be honest, because if I say, hey, go put your clothes away, he like shoves crap in the drawers and doesn't separate, and then he can't find anything. And as with all chores, I think it's going to end up in more nagging for me, but it is what it is. So that blog post hopefully will go up today. We have a little bit of babysitting happening today. So hopefully I can get that finished and written. It always takes me about 3 times longer than I think it should to write a blog post, which is, so frustrating. Today also marks the re-release of the Agility Tank and Dress. Is anybody still there on YouTube? Because no comments are coming through, and so now I'm nervous that nobody's actually there. The last one was like 7 minutes ago. So I'm curious now. Oh, Tipsy Tuesday winners for last week. Lori on Facebook was Lori Cabanas Lewis, and on YouTube was Roxanne King. So, thank you, Christy. Christy's still there. I was feeling lonely. For those 2 Tipsy Tuesday winners for the $10 gift card last week, Laura will post and tag you. I like 17 people. It's not 30, but it's 17, right? We're getting there. One day I'll have hundreds. I might actually have to stay on task to get that many people. Anyway, this week marks, again, I'm going to repeat just in case somebody's just now joining us. If you want to win a $10 gift card this week, just comment about how awesome Tasha is. It's her week. We're all praising Tasha because we're super happy she's here. So the Agility re-release. Nothing has essentially changed other than the pattern becoming even better by being more inclusive. We've added sizes 4 and 5X. I had a group of lovely women helping me test those sizes. I got the tutorial updated, product page updated, the bundles are updated, and I went ahead and put on sale with their release price the women's agility, the kids agility, and the bundle. So if you're one of the small percentage of people who haven't already bought it, grab it while it's on sale. It's definitely like one of our most popular patterns. If you've already bought it in the past, you do not have to rebuy it. It will automatically upload into your account if I did it right. I did it right. I'm pretty positive. Anyway, along with that, we want to draw attention to the sewing school video on how to measure yourself. Laura did an unbelievable video again about where to measure, how to measure, all of that stuff. And she also did a sewing school video on how to do single fold binding. On our new website, I will go to the new website. Let's see. I posted this in the group yesterday, but just in case for people who didn't see it, I'm going to switch to this. If you go to blog, and sew-alongs, you can see all of our sew-alongs that we've had in the past. We haven't had one recently, I'll be perfectly honest. But down here, no, that doesn't change anything, is the agility. So it's the cute picture of Jackie Burney doing yoga in an unbelievable location. Thank you, Nicole. I'm like pretty pumped about the new website. I'm still finding little kinks to try and work out. I made some notes last night as things weren't clickable or whatever. But thank you. It was a long, long process. So this is the sew along. This is from 2017, but the instructions haven't changed. So if you need a little bit more help with your sew along, maybe check this out, because it has every day listed here. Obviously, the contest is over, but this should help you out. There's some videos and some step-by-step directions. Anyway, we try and help. It's hard. I can't reach through the computer and sew it for you, but we do try and help. That being said, I actually started looking for an event planner to do a 5 out of 4 retreat. I think that would be amazing. I'm not a planner of any sort. I don't even know what we're having for dinner tonight, or what I'm eating for lunch, or when I'm actually going to get the workout in that I dressed for this morning. A little bit of information about what I'm wearing. It is a Nike tank. I've been working out more and more. I wonder if I'm going to get in trouble if I take my shirt off on YouTube. But I find myself running out of clothes to wear. And so I picked up a couple of tanks. Chrissy, I need other people to think it would be fun. We can hang out, I promise. I picked up a couple of tanks at Dick's just to get me through, because I literally can't have enough time to sew. South Georgia. I don't know if it'll be in South Georgia. That sounds hot, Nicole. And I'm curious about where in South Georgia you might be. But anyway, a northern retreat. See? That's funny. Okay. The other day I posted that I had just a hot minute before dinner. My husband was cooking dinner, and I ran in from picking somebody up, probably the gymnast. And then he said, all right, you have just enough time. And I ran upstairs, and I couldn't find a sports bra or a tank. And so I slipped on my, not agility, what was it? It was the one I'm wearing right now, the X Factor. And it was my bathing suit top. And it totally did double duty that day. I don't worry a lot about support, because I don't have a lot to support, quite frankly. And I don't always wear nylon lycra, but that's why they invented airplanes. And I've never been, I might have driven through Wyoming, but I've never been to Wyoming. Anyway. It totally served double duty and helped me. So today I'm actually wearing, am I going to get in trouble for this? Maybe I'll go off screen. Hold on. So I'm wearing, this is a sports bra that I made quite a while ago. It is another X Factor. I'll just turn it like that. I think you can see it. It's one of my favorites. if you remember back from when the Alice swim trunks came out, I paired it was the Alice high-rise swim bottoms. That's what it was. It's funny, like that felt weird, taking off a shirt just to show my sports bra. I'm such a prude. Anyway, moving right along. I totally paired the Alice swim bottoms with this top when we went to the beach back in May. It worked perfectly. And it's cute. Oh, I should have pointed that out. So I actually did a little elastic just to try and do a little definition. And I don't know. I think I just did elastic through it. Anyway, whatever. If you saw it, then I'll draw attention to it. Moving right along. So that's what I'm wearing today. That's why I'm wearing a store-bought tank, because it is what it is. I really do want to do a retreat. I'm so overwhelmed by the idea that I actually thought, okay, well, maybe we'll start slow with come to the lake, because I'm partial to the lake, and I have a friend who owns a lake house, so like maybe I could get a friends and family rate and come to the lake and just sew with me for a weekend, and I can help you with whatever you want to sew, but I just the idea of like planning everything, that's not my forte, and then I get stressed out because I have food issues, and it's like, anyway. But it is on our minds. We're talking about it. At this point, it would be sometime next summer, unless I just do the, hey, come to the lake. I don't know. I don't even know like how you would organize that as far as like people paying for their room, or, hey, by the way, you're in a bunk bed. Like, I don't know. These are things that keep me awake at night. Although last night I had this dream that an old soccer coach of mine hugged me and then threw me into a triple Lutz. I didn't even know what a triple Lutz was. I had to ask my husband if that was the thing where they like ice skaters flew in the air and twirled and then landed on one skate. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I woke up and told my husband, and he was like genuine. He laughed, and then he was like, "That is totally you." Like, I'm pretty sure that if I decided I wanted to take up ice skating, I could totally do that. But that's just the growth mindset at work. I don't know. It was one of those dreams. All right, so keep an eye out for the agility. We're going to be posting all over Facebook. Not me, but everybody else. And keep an eye out for the kids, Mandy and Sara, that'll release next Tuesday. As soon as that releases, we are like skedaddling into new and other kids' patterns. One thing that was pretty exciting here at 5 out of 4, I'm like in sharing mode today. Hope you guys don't mind. Well, it's dark in here because that's the only way you can see my face. But over here, hold on, let me turn on the overhead light. That's very professional. These are all my kids' measurements, except for my oldest because she wasn't around. But so I wrote all of those out. You've got my my pattern ideas at the top. So if you saw something, tell me. See, I will grab my sewing machine and go. See, that sounds fun, but I just need to find an event. So this is my newest addition to my sewing room. I'm going to try and get you. Try not to cry when you see it. So what you're seeing there is the 5 out of 4 family. I mean like my actual family, not my 5 out of 4 family, meaning you guys and the people who work with me. It's a color-coded calendar of the kids' activities. And so I already kept a Google Calendar that like the in-laws and my parents all could access. But the kids would go, well, what time is this? When do I have this? How long till my birthday? We're about to enter birthday season starting next Monday. We have 6 birthdays in 6 weeks. And so this morning I tried to sew up a t-shirt dress for my daughter in this fabric that I knew she liked, and she's kind of picky because that's her age. And I didn't have, like, I don't know if I miscut it or I just miscalculated. Like, it had a chunk out of it, and I don't have enough fabric. So anyway, that's my newest addition. The kids can come in here and look at it. It's helping so far. Hopefully I can like keep it updated. I definitely think I remember slightly better. We're about to change our schedule to the fall schedule. Anyway, it's a lot. We have a lot going on here. And every day is a blessing. So, as always, if you're an event planner, contact me. If you know an event planner. See, 3 birthdays in 13 days. I'm not alone in this shenanigans. And like a long time ago, I started this tradition of sewing birthday outfits for the kids. And I actually started with crowns too. I would make a birthday crown out of like felt, I think it was. That only lasted like for the oldest. That was not a sustainable idea for a family this big. But I've always sewn a birthday outfit, and it's harder every year. At first I had the number and I was like, oh, I'm 3 or whatever. Now it's like it doesn't tell you that she's 12. I didn't put a big fat 12 on it, and or however old they're turning. But it's harder to please them. Like it's almost not a surprise now because I want to make sure they're gonna wear it. It's all growing as your kids grow and trying to keep them happy. And trying to get them also respectful that, like, even though it doesn't have a big Nike swoosh on it, like, it's actually probably worth more than what you can buy at Target. And fits you better, hopefully, if I'm learning anything. Anyway. Alright. That's all I have for this week. Don't forget to tell Tasha how awesome she is. Tasha, I am genuinely happy that you're part of the 5 out of 4 team. I hope that we can both continue to grow together and help 5 out of 4 take over the world in a non-creepy way. Hopefully I'll be back on Facebook this evening if I don't do anything wrong, but I like to break rules. No, I'm just kidding. So hopefully you'll be able to see me post something. I've been trying to answer questions. I've got one person who's got their order is pending, and I can't comment. It's killing me. But as always, I'm happy you're here. Thank you for joining us and helping to make 5 out of 4 a reality. I honestly think that I would like to stick to just YouTube from now on if we can swing it. So make sure you follow us on YouTube, like this post. The comments help it show up in other people's feeds. And you can also sign up for reminders just from YouTube so it will pop up on your phone to remind you that 10 a.m. Tuesday with... Wait, I just messed that up. Anyways, whatever. 10 a.m. with me, Tipsy Tuesday. Maybe eventually I'll have a script and actually stick to it, but probably not. All right, until next time. Thanks.